Ibrahim Karanja, for example, is in Mbeere North, and already he's here to give us an update. Ibrahim, good morning. What's happening in Mbeere North this morning?
Well, good morning, Eric and Mariam, with the entire Fixing the Nation team. Yes, we are in Mbeere North constituency. Currently, I'm in Kanyuambora Primary, one of the most populous polling stations here in Mbeere North, and one of the polling stations where we will be having our eyes on, even as a contest for who replaces Geoffrey Roko into the 13th Parliament for the next 1.5 years starts this morning. A couple of minutes ago, we were at the gates of Kanyuambora Primary, and by that time, the gates had not opened. Because what was happening at that particular time, Josiah, even as we moved towards the crowd, is that what was happening at that time, voters were confirming whether their names are on the list before they were allowed to come into the polling center to actually now come and cast their vote. Remember, it is an election that has split 9 candidates against each other, and if Josiah can come closer, you'll see the IEBC officials, of course, briefing the voters. So far, the first person has not yet cast his vote, but just briefly, because before I proceed, let's get to listen to what the IEBC presiding officer is telling the voters here. Well, that there is the presiding officer of one of the polling stations here in Kanyuambora Primary School, which is a polling center that has about over 1,500 voters, and the very first voter now going in. Live pictures coming from Kanyuambora Primary. That is the very first voter today at stream number, one of the streams here in Kanyuambora. This is stream number what, sir? Stream number 1, Kanyuambora Primary School. Out of the 3, the very first few voters, and we will be walking in to get those live pictures, even as we keep distance from them, just so that you see the process. This is an election that has attracted the attention of the entire country, because besides being an election about the people of Mbeere North, it is also an election that has potential of shaping what the politics of this particular region look like. We've seen the kind of investment that the government has had on their candidate here. We've also seen the kind of investment in terms of time, in terms of money that the opposition have had in terms of their candidate. And all the 9 candidates have actually done their best, put their best foot forward to impress the voters of Mbeere North, the 55,124 voters who will be casting their ballot today. Remember, in 2022, in the general election, about only 37,000 of the 55,000 came to cast their ballot, and yet that was a general election, considering the kind of mobilization that happens during a general election. But right now, with the by-elections happening, we do not know what the voter turnout will be, but those are live pictures of the very first voter, the lady who's just about to cast her ballot. We will not be following her to the polling booth, because that is such a private affair. The sanctity and of the vote has to be protected, and for that, we will be waiting until she casts her vote to speak to her. Later on, even as I take it back to you in studio, later on at this particular polling center, we'll be expecting the Democratic Party leader, that is Justin Muturi, to also come and cast his vote later on in the next few minutes. We will also be following where all the candidates will be casting their vote from, and we will be here from now throughout the counting of the last ballot and even the tallying of the last ballot, so that we tell the people what the people of Mbeere North will have decided. Eric and Mariam.